welcome by the Orchid Saga. My name is Elkion Wiesma, also known as ETA. Yes, today I'm going to do a request video. It was in my folder for a while. It's just sometimes I don't have the time, or other videos on the schedule that need to be done first. Anyhow, I love requests, so if you have one, please let me know in the video description, not in the video description, in the comment section below. So yeah, Pest did bought some ansellias, if I'm correct, and was researching some information on them and came across my videos. I have two of them, a care collab, and the first was a repotting. That's also interesting because you can see they were still in those small pots. Well, they don't fit in those small pots anymore, luckily. So yes, they are doing fine. They are getting bigger and bigger. We will have a close-up of the ansellias, those two. I have two of them. In a minute, but yes, first I want to give this shot, so a little bit of care guide. I have a care collab, so I will go in that video into the details more, but they are in this corner. First of all, I have the huge ones. There are the miniature ones who are, I think, about half the size, but I did go for the big ones. So they need room, but they also need light, and they like the warmer temperatures. So that's in a nutshell the care guide that I can give you. And if you watch the older videos, you will see that I had them in a bit of different setup. I started with a more regular orchid pot. Then I saw that some roots didn't do well, so I started repotting them in a net pot. Put them back in the outer pot. But the net pots did fit in completely, so they were hanging above the reservoir, but there wasn't much air coming in. That's what I'm getting at. So I did kept them in the net pot, but did put them in a different pot. We shall see it in a minute, but to give more air in there, and I had a great response of these plants on the more air with a high humidity level. So that's also something that I think is very important if you grow these guys. They really like to drink, especially when they grow, and they like a little bit of feed. Well, you probably know my feeding schedule, it's low, but there's always some feed in those pots. So, and they can drink quite a lot if they really into the season, into the growing season. That said and done, let's have a close look at these beautiful large plants. So yes, this is the first one. I'm not completely sure if this is the darker one or the more yellow one, darker brownish red one. Because I couldn't find the tag. I don't have a name for it, but I still give them a number. But yeah, we'll find it out when it starts to bloom again. Anyhow, this is what you want to see. A lot of roots. If they are happy, they really are known for making a lot of roots. This is a beautiful growing tip, as you can see. So yeah, even though we are in winter now, it's December already, this one is still growing. Some roots, not much, as you can see. I don't see much green tips over here, but we have another one there. Just a few, and that's a very good sign. Because I'm from the Netherlands, it can be very cold and wet during autumn and winter, and they really don't like it. They really are warm growers and like a lot of light. But I came up with this. This is the outer pot I just explained. It's fairly low, as you can see, and in there we have the net pot and some older roots, some green roots. My camera does have a difficulty to pick those up. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. There we go. And some powder. That's some leftover from the calcium, I believe, on there. So no mold. It looks like a little bit like mold, I know, but it's not. But anyhow, and a lot of aerial roots. Yeah, these are, like I said, known for making a lot of roots if they are happy. And this setup suits them very well, at least, and also in my care, my schedule. They really enjoy the moisture down in the pot with a lot of air around it. And like I said, they can become quite big. This is the newest cane for this year. And maybe you already see it. It's starting to spike. And look how thick that is. So that looks very promising. Nice sheen on the leaves. Very healthy sign as well. And here and there we have some spotting, but this is These are leftovers from spiders. Let's put it like that. So yeah, and this is the previous cane from last year. Very, very large already. If you compare it to the rest of this, still it's leafless, but still quite large. But I believe this one might be, yeah, the same size. But I think this year's growth is even a little bit bigger, and that's also a good sign, of course. Let me back up a little bit. Yeah, I hope you can see that they can take up quite some room. They are absolutely huge, but it can give such a beautiful show once they start to bloom. I will have a look if I have some pictures, but if I don't, yeah, I have a few here and there, but if I soon I will be able to film them. Well, pretty soon. It's just starting to spike. But anyhow, this is the first one, the first update. And yeah, I have some weeds in there. I try to get them out, but it's very hard, if you can imagine, with all those roots. But this is the first one. Let's have a look at the second one. So this is the second one. And again, I'm not completely sure. I believe this is the red one, but anyhow, it doesn't matter that much. But for some reason, I did lose the tags on these guys. And I like to use tags so I know which one is which, of course, and also the repotting dates. But anyhow, I will have a look. Maybe I can find it. Hopefully I had put down a note, the repotting date in my notes as well. Anyhow, very large one again, as you can see. Look at these canes. So yeah, I can't stress this enough. You need the room for these guys. You need the room. This is the newest growth from this year, and I think it will start a flower spike. Yeah, it's just a little bit behind if you compare it to the other one. But again, nice shiny leaves, as you can see. They are very clean. Nice thick cane. Thicker than the previous one that did bloom. So that's good, very good. And this is also still very thick. These, maybe these are even newer. I don't know which one are the newest. But anyhow, those are still, the leaves on there did bloom already, so they are from a previous year. But yeah, nonetheless beautiful, and it looks like it's teeny tiny bigger. But it doesn't need to grow any bigger, don't get me wrong. But those are signs I always look for. For the leaves, do they have a sheen on them? That's very healthy. Are the canes a little bit bigger than previous year, or at least the same height? Well, this one is bigger, so not completely sure why, but it's still a nice size, so that's okay. But it could be a little sign. Maybe I did a repot or did change the setup and it had a little bit of a setback. Could be, but not huge, so nothing to worry about. And inside the pot we have some ferns and some other weeds. I will take them out as much as I can, but it's not always that easy because of the root system. This one has more thinner roots, I like to believe, on the outside, but inside, as you can see, a lot of roots going on. And we have some growing tips, not really on this one, but it's okay. They look very nice and healthy, thick. So it's ready to bloom, if you ask me. But yeah, this is the second one, also doing fine. And especially since I, like I said, changed the setup. It's very important for me, the way I grow, to mention. So more air in and still a reservoir of water, but a combination of those two. And that's what I'm looking for. You hear me say this more often in my videos with the warmer growers. What is the best combination, and how can I, or you could say the best setup, basically. Do I use more closer enclosed pots? Let's put it like that. You can see this. This is also a net pot. Exactly the same size, just well, it's fitting on this pot, let's put it like that. But sometimes I burn holes in, so I'm experimenting with that currently. And I'm planning on doing an update on that spring this summer. So we need to go through autumn and winter, and then I will have a look at that again. So that video is to come. And this is basically the same thing. I was losing roots during winter when I had a reservoir. It was just a little bit too cold for them. But now in a more open setup, it looks like they are doing better because it looks very healthy, as you can see. So yeah, that's the way I grow them. And so far they do look pretty, very pretty, but once again, very, very huge. So yeah, maybe you noticed it, but I did rearrange them a little bit because this beautiful huge cattleya is in bloom as well. I will make a short on it, so that will be up next week for those who want to watch it and up close on those beautiful blooms. But anyhow, the Africanas, Ansellia Africanas are now over here in the corner. Like we just saw, at least one of them is spiking, and I think the other one as well. So maybe January, February, we might have some Ansellia blooms again. I hope this was a bit of the update you expected of the Ansellia Africanas, Pet's fruit. I hope so. But if you have questions still left, please let me know. And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you have other questions or requests for all of you guys, let me know in the video. Not in the video description, I'm saying it again, in the comment sections below. Thank you so much for watching, and I can only hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, like I said, it's already December, so I'm not completely sure what I'm going to film next, but of course at least a blooming update. So that's to come. Thank you for watching, and I really hope to see you at one of my next videos. Bye bye!